Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. The Sri Ramakrishna was explaining to us the wicked eye, how it works. Wicked eye is that which has no consideration but wants to fulfill its egotism. Whatever action he does is not of righteousness, it is not out of principles, but it is a fight for right and fight for its fulfillment of revengeful attitudes. There we see how a rich man moves when he has been theft. Some thief has robbed him. Vijay, if without destroying I, a man cannot get rid of attachment to the world and consequently cannot experience samadhi, then it would be wise for him to follow the path of Brahmajnana to attain samadhi. There are various levels of samadhi. Here, when he is not able to enter into samadhi because of the I, samadhi only in higher levels of consciousness. As my consciousness goes on expanding at a particular level of consciousness, where I see the reality, it is pervading everything and acting. It is manifesting universes and all beings, and it is absorbing back to the causal level. When we see the cycle constantly going on of Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, inevitably all jivas are appearing, and its presence, all jivas are living. Where is his ego? The ego totally is destroyed with the vision of God. He understands God alone is there to hear. We are all the kataputli, the stringed dolls in the hands of God. As He pulls we are instruments in His hand. This totally eradicates the knowledge of God, direct experience of God, totally erases absolutely the ego, never to reappear again. And He transcends all aspects of nature and enters into the realm of transcendental to know intimately and be intimately with the absolute existence, the ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. Now, this we see when he transcends the nature, the moment he transcends the nature, the sthula sukshma karana jagat, the jagrat swapna shushupti avastha, I cross and go to the higher level of consciousness. It is called samadhi. Oh, he is well established. Samadhi, dha to place. Sama, rightly it is placed and firmly it is placed. My consciousness is wavering all the time. I am conscious of this world. It is not stagnant and absorbing or observing one constantly. No. It is moving from here to there to here, from higher levels at gross level. Now I am feeling sleepy, now I feel like going and enjoying, now I feel like deeply thinking or planning something for future. From higher to level, lower to higher, it's moving about. Every moment it's constantly turning here, there, my consciousness. Unstable. Flicker like a lamp in wavy air. The air is moving and according to the lamp is flickering. Like that is my consciousness. Can it, I am conscious, can this consciousness expand to higher levels to be more and more stable? When it is coming down to the gross physical level of matter, it tremendously fluctuates. It doesn't know what to hold, what not to hold. But when leaving the three layers of consciousness, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipura, the lower three centers of consciousness, entering into the realm of the nature, from the Jiva Tattva, when it's firmly, it doesn't shake. It can focus itself completely on one subject. Here, it is karma adhina and driven by vasanas. When at the bodily level, at the three lower chakras it moves, the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, being matter, being the enjoyer, and be clinging to life. These three levels of consciousness, when a jiva is moving about, it is tremendously flickering. Matter is associated with matter, and he has vasanas constantly driving him here and there. His consciousness is shaking by the old tendencies. When he enters, when he overcomes all those vasanas and enters into pure nature, independent of jiva's existence, it sees that it is becoming not shaking about. It holds on to one reality because there are no multiplicity. Matter has multiplicity. In the realm of nature, there is no multiplicity, only God and nature. Here, when we are in the realm of nature, we see God with qualities because it is time, space, and causation. The transcendental appears here with Nama Rupa, name and form. He sees his Jivatma as a part of the, it is not independent, it is part. It is part of the whole. It is part of Prakriti. Body is nature, mind is nature, senses are nature. All that we possess is nature. It is in the realm of nature. So there is no duality, and there is no wind shaking it, wind of vasanas, that old tendencies. It has overcome and entered. It remains firm. But in the realm of nature, the transcendental can manifest only in name, form, and with qualities. Nama, Rupa, Guna. Because it is a realm of time and space. The moment it enters into time, God enters into it, takes the name and form. Beyond is another, the realm of divine. There is no duality of nature, multiplicity of nature. There is no Nama, Rupa, Guna also. The Rupa also starts dissolving. Only God is there in the realm of nature. It takes Rupa. You are seeing Saguna Sakara, God. Coming down, you see the multiplicity of universe. Universe is not there in the Prakriti realm. When you come, identify with body, only then you see the multiplicity, multiple universe. Then when you enter into the Prakriti, realm of Prakriti nature, from Anahata and Vishuddha chakras, your consciousness lies, your consciousness is expanded, and when it is there in the nature's realm, it is Nama Rupa Guna, God with Nama Rupa Rupa. Whatever way you love, whatever way you approach, it is a conscious entity. The child wants the father to walk on his four. Immediately, father starts walking on the four. His child starts dancing. It wants its father also to dance with it. His father starts dancing with it because he understands what the child wants. It wants to keep the child happy. Like that, the jiva, whatever he aspires, the God, because he is not limited, unlimited. If he is not limited here, now suppose anybody wants me to come to them as dog, I cannot go because I am limited this by form. God is not limited by form, by power or anything. Unlimited entity. So it can take any form, whatever you likes. Then he may show many of his standard forms with which the jiva can transcend the human nature, or it can transcend the jiva tattva, the realm of matter, and enter into the realm of nature. So here we see Rama, Rupa, Guna, God with Nama, Rupa, Guna, and then finally transcending the two chakras, it enters into realm of divine, the Shiva Tattva. Here we see this is also Samadhi. This is also Samadhi. Here, because I see God with name and form and qualities, I call it Savikalpa. When I enter into the realm of divine and see, there cannot be Nama Rupa Guna. There, the whole nature remains as pure energy, but it has not yet merged in the absolute, but it's continuing its journey to expand. And still, like a river has entered into ocean and flowing, the moment river enters into ocean, it has given it name and form. The moment it enters into ocean, it is no more Ganga. But the force with which she has entered into the ocean, the eagerness to become one with it, it is still flowing inside. And as it is flowing, it's expanding and flowing and becoming one with it. There is a gap. In the ocean, she is having her separate existence. Ganga is having separate existence, yet to become one with it. This state we see of the Divine Mother, who has become the universe and all beings going back. She is expanding in the universe, in the realm of spirit, in the Shuddha Chaitanya. The Shakti is merging in that realm. Between eyebrows, this point between the eyebrows, where the pure energy, which has become the universe and all that, is in her own glory, independent of creation. There is no Prakriti at all. There is no jivas. She is here, the one who enters into this Ajna Chakra level of consciousness, one who transcends entire nature and goes beyond. The Nirvikalpa Samadhi begins. Here, still at the Ajna Chakra level of consciousness, he can perceive the Divine Mother yet. He can see the independent existence of Divine Mother in the ocean of Satchidananda. Chit Shakti is there in her own glory, independent of all existence. This we see pure Shakti, Chit Shakti. And as you go inside, it is like going into the ocean. The river which has gone already has become expanded and become one with the ocean. The Chit Shakti has merged in the Chidatma, the Shuddha Chaitanya. There is only one existence, the Satchidananda Sagara, the ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute. Without a duality, without a triad. Duality is I, you. This duality. I am seeing. The act of seeing, the seer and seen is called triad. Triputi. In everything, I am meditating, the meditator, meditated upon, and meditation is there. This triad remains at every level. So this triad won't be there. There is love without a lover and loved, pure love. There is ananda without an experiencer and experienced. There is no duality. There is no triad. It is one ocean of bliss and bliss alone. That alone is Chaitanya, consciousness. In it, the universe appear and disappear. So, entering this, we call Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I am experiencing God in its own form. God in it has not taken any form or this one. They have. Now, if my ego was there, when I see God also there is ego. In Prakriti also, this nature is, the Jiva is not there, Jivatva is not there. He has left the realm of matter and multiplicity. There is only God and Prakriti, nature. In nature, God is there. Here God is with name and form. But I am there independent. The duality is there. This I is there seeing God. Here the question the Vijay is asking, Vijay Krishna Goswami, is asking that if I doesn't go, Sri Ramakrishna says, whatever you do, I do not go, I doesn't go. If he says, if I doesn't go, we can directly go make the I experience Aham Brahmasmi, the Nirvikalpa state. That is he is asking the question. Vijay, without destroying the I, if man cannot get rid of the attachment to the world and consequently experience samadhi, then it would be wise for him to follow the path of Brahmajnana. That is, leave that I, changing the I or destroying the I or getting rid of the I, straight away make the I one with the Brahman. If I persist in the path of devotion, then one should rather choose the path of knowledge. In the path of devotion also I is going to continue, then let this I be Brahman, the absolute master. It is true that one or two can get rid of I through samadhi. One or two, millions and millions of people. Out of that, few thousand, maybe few lakhs may be struggling to transcend and go beyond. Among them, in millions of people, one or two may just appear, transcend and go beyond. Because the path of jnana is very tough. We see it needs total sacrifice, total giving up. Because I am Brahman. I am going to identify with the absolute existence of the transcendental realm. First thing is, I have to get totally detached from this world in all its aspects. I must separate from this universe entirely and enter the realm of spirit, transcending the nature in its entirety. First thing is my insistence on my inner self. That I must begin with the denial of the body. Before I can deny my body, I see this universe that is attracting me, holding me. I tear off from this. I have to tear off. I have to leave my family, friends, everything. Just to sustain this bodily existence, I must gather some food somewhere and eat and break off all my concern and relationship with this world. And this tearing away is rather difficult. Where will I focus my emotions? Where will I find security in life? Where will I get that peace and joy with which I am clinging to the world for small enjoyments of life? And when it goes away, where is the ananda that I am seeking? A little this wind, this breeze is coming, and that also I must get rid of. It's difficult. And it doesn't end with the denial of the world and separating myself from the world and living within myself. It goes further. It enters another realm, that is denial of the body, because mind, senses, buddhi, intellect, pranas, energy, all belong to Prakriti. This also I must deny. I am not this body, I am not this body. How difficult it is to say I am not this body, living in this body and experiencing the simultaneously pleasure and pain. How can I say I am not body? But I have to do that. Denial and assertion. Neti, neti. Everywhere I must use the formula neti, neti. Not this, not this. I am Brahman. Manobuddhyankara chittaninam shivom, shivom. Again and again, reinsist. In one life, in whole one life, we cannot control our each senses. It takes life's training to conquer senses, conquer our own mind, because they belong to Prakriti and are driven by my own old tendencies, vasanas. Vasanas are driving. Where is the end? You don't know how to destroy the vasanas. They are not in your control. They are in the control of the body and mind. It is being driven by the... How will you separate from it? You are sitting on a running vehicle. You don't want to move, but you are sitting on a running vehicle. Where will you jump? You have to jump on this, breaking yourself entirely into pieces. That is the condition in which the jiva is there. And then he must slowly transform himself. This, you just imagine controlling the mind and keeping in one place. This placement of mind in one place, how much difficult you can understand, how many lives we may need to keep one step. All things can be kept aside. Heart will be silently weeping for joy and peace, for company. So here we see one or two dare to do that, who are endowed with a tremendous spirit of intense longing for the longing that's created. It overtakes all, that to long for God to the neglect of the whole universe. A few people who have practiced for many, many lives, in this life they may be eligible to go through the path of jnana. Nitya nitya vastu viveka, ihamutra phalabhoga viraga, shamadamadi shat sampat, and mumukshutva. These four qualities a person must bear before he can enter into the path of jnana. That is, nitya, what is eternal and what is ephemeral, which doesn't change. Shashvata, nitya shashvata, what is that? Unchanging eternal reality and ever-changing universe of experiences. Nitya, anitya, vastu viveka. In everything you see, oh, this is anitya. No, 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 he must go. Whatever he sees, anitya. This is not going to be there tomorrow. This is not going to be the eternal. And he has to deny and go, nitya. Ihamutra phalabhoga viraga. I will do this, I will enjoy this, should never come to the here and hereafter forever. Here and elsewhere. I'll go to Swarga and enjoy. No. Enjoyment in all respects must be. Then Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Uparati, Shraddha, Samadhana. Shama, control of mind. Dama, control of senses. To the ultimate. If I say my mind be there, it must simply sit there. Here come, it must be able to come. Senses, don't turn that side. I tell you, everybody shouting and making noise. I tell my ear, don't listen. It will not listen. To that extent, the self-control, shama, dhamma, titiksha, to forbear all pains and pleasures, unmoved, all challenges it withstands of nature. Titiksha, uparati, to renounce everything at will, uparati, or giving up all things. Uparati, shraddha, great faith in the words of scriptures and in the words of Guru, and dedicating oneself entirely to follow those injunctions. Shraddha, samadhana, to be able to keep the mind in one place and never to be shaken by any forces of nature. So these are the qualities just to enter into jnana path. Here we see entering jnana patha, how much difficult it is. Sri Ramakrishna says, one or two may succeed. It is true that one or two can get rid of the I through samadhi, but these cases are very, very rare. You may indulge in thousands of reasoning, but still I comes back. While reasoning itself, I am there to reason. You may cut the peepal tree to the very root today, but you will notice a sprout springing up tomorrow. The I persists, I comes up, I plays all the time. Therefore, if the I must remain, let the rascal remain as the servant I, servant of God. I is there, I am servant of God. The I is already bent down its head. As long as you live, you should say, O God, thou art the master, I am thy servant. This we see clearly how the evolution takes place in the jiva, and everything is natural, no tearing away. It is not renunciation, but it is transmutation. You are converting one force into another force. You are not destroying any force. You are not destroying any relationship. You are divinizing it. You are spiritualizing it. You are converting into a higher form. I am attached to the family, now I am attached to the world. I am attached to God. The attachment continues towards the fulfillment. In Bhakti Patha, there is no, and everybody is eligible. The Nitya Vastu Viveka and all we saw, therefore here no quality is necessary. Anybody, anytime, in any condition, he can enter the path of bhakti, because it is relationship you are affirming between you and God. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namama.